White House confident that a billionaire's tax would withstand legal challenges, which I guess is another way of asking, is it legal?
We're not going to support anything we don't think is legal, but I will tell you the president supports the billionaire tax. He looks forward to working with Congress and Chairman Wyden to make sure the highest income Americans pay their fair share. I would also note that there are a number of different components of pay-fors or components that will make the tax system more fair, as we like to say, including imposing a 15% minimum tax to make sure large corporations pay their fair share. We saw some aligning around that, I should say, yesterday. Also, creating a global minimum tax, something I just referenced, that will make the United States more competitive and end the race to the bottom around the world, something the United States is leading the global effort to have agreement on, and closing loopholes for high-income Americans, including a loophole that allows some taxpayers like hedge fund managers to escape a Medicare tax imposed on all high income, and of course cracking down on wealthy tax cheats who are taking advantage of every honest taxpayer and invest in enforcement to stop the 1% from evading $160 billion in taxes. So that is an idea that's been out there. That is part of the discussion. We support that. There's also another a range of options that are also under discussion, and there's broad agreement around.
Any response to Elon Musk's criticism of this, saying that once the government runs out of money, they come after other people's?
I think our response to anyone who has opposes is that we believe that the highest income Americans can afford to pay a little bit more in order to make historic investments in our workforce, in our economy, in our competitiveness, and that has a net benefit on people across the country.
Is the White House confident that people like Elon Musk would comply with these new rules? I mean, a lot of it would rely on them reporting their own income, their private assets. Is this something that they would really do?
Well, we certainly expect American citizens to abide by the tax code, and obviously we've taken steps. We will take steps that have been proposed to crack down on anyone who's trying to cheat what they owe to the federal government.
Thank you, Jen. Seeing some reports, not sure if it's accurate, I'm hoping you can clarify, that the billionaires tax and IRS enforcement might be out of the negotiation at this point. Can you say whether that is true? And then also, how can the administration say that this is paid for if that change happens?
Well, I would say on the billionaires tax, which is one of the ideas that's been put forward and has been a part of the discussion. I don't have an update on this moment on the status, that it's possible changes could be made, as they have been to all components of many of the revenue raisers and tax fairness components. I would say this will absolutely be paid for because there are a range of options out there that would more than pay for what we're talking about. That includes the corporate minimum tax, imposing a 15% minimum tax. It includes the global minimum tax. It includes closing loopholes for high-income Americans, and it also includes investing in enforcement. So I think there's been some reporting, just for clarification, on reporting mechanisms, which is not the same as the IRS enforcement component, which is going after tax cheats and who are evading paying taxes, which many outside experts have estimated amounts to about $160 billion in taxes a year. So there's been some reporting about the reporting components and the caps on those. That's been an ongoing discussion, but there is no disagreement about the need to go after tax cheats.
So is having it paid for then a requirement for the president, the White House, in order to get this thing passed, that they want that
The
done?
president's been pretty clear that he believes that making the tax system more fair, that ensuring we are taking the opportunity to do that is a part of this package and what he expects to sign into law.